Hey, what's happening? What's happening? I want to welcome y'all back to the Papa Black Podcast. And today, we're going to talk a little relationship today. We're going to talk relationships with Dr. Keshius Williams. She
That's
has
right.
been my little sister since Tilsa Elementary, man. We go way back. How you doing, boy?
I am doing amazing. I'm so glad that you reached out, looking for people to talk about this subject because it's something that we should discuss, and it's a great topic to
Right.
discuss. So I'm just glad to be here.
Okay. You married, right?
Happily married, yes.
Okay. How many years?
20, I tell people 20 amazing years. I just can't say 20 years because some people 20 years are rough.
Right.
Mine,
Right.
they have not, it hasn't been rough. It's been 20 amazing years.
So you say you find your soulmate.
I found my soulmate, my helpmate, all them mates, my checkmate, all of them mates.
That's right. That's what I'm talking about, man. Congratulations on the 20 years.
Thank you.
A
Thank
lot,
you.
a lot of people not making it, and me, I haven't got married yet. So I'm trying to make sure it's for me. You know what I
Okay.
mean? And I kind of messed up a little bit because I was the number two man for a long time. So it kind of ruined me, especially when I was on the road. You know what I mean? Like
Yes.
women would lie to their husband and all that just to see me for the weekend or for a night. You know what I mean? So that
That's right.
that kind of stirred me the wrong way. I'm like, okay, well, if I'm gone all the time, what the hell would mine be doing? You know what I mean? And I'm not a fool to think that it won't happen to me.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So
This is true. This is true. You said you were the number two man. The only time you need to be number two is if you second to none. Okay.
yeah, right. I mean, I was probably their number one, but I
Okay.
wasn't really serious about it. You know what I mean? Because
Gotcha.
like a lot of my relationships were out of town.
Oh, okay. So they were long
So
distance.
yeah,
Okay.
because I was never at home. Like
Makes
at
sense.
one point for about 2 or 3 years, I didn't see Atlanta but one day a week.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So why would I build something at the house when I can't, you know what I mean? I can't really keep an eye on it. You know what I mean? So
Absolutely. So what about now though? I mean, because now you're here, right? You live
yeah,
here.
yeah, I'm at home now.
So now what's the reason? What's the excuse now? Uh-huh.
I
Uh-huh.
mean, probably because I'm still nervous a little bit about it. You know what I mean? Because they say karma is a motherfucker. So
Hmm.
but I'm getting there. I'm
Okay.
getting there. You know
Okay.
what I mean?
Okay. Okay. And I'm so glad you brought that up. I'll let you go ahead and
No. You go ahead.
it's just amazing how that scares a lot of people. You know what I
Right.
mean? Whether it's karma, feel like you've done so many women wrong or men wrong that you're not going to make a good mate or what have you. So you're already approaching marriage the wrong way. You know what I
Right.
mean? And then when
Right.
you have people that only tell you the negative things about marriage. You
Right.
don't hear them telling you the beautiful things about marriage. And there are
Right.
so many beautiful things about marriage, you
Right.
know?
I believe that. I believe that.
Yeah. So it's just all in. Marriage will be just like life. Marriage will be what you make it. Period.
Right. I
That's
mean, like I don't think I ever did anybody wrong. I just didn't take it serious. You know what I
right.
mean? So
Yeah.
I be thinking like, I don't know if she's gonna take me serious. You know
I
what I
mean,
mean? Like, I mean, I know she will to a certain extent,
right.
but then in the long run, I don't know. But I'm getting better at it. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
I mean, you are a comedian, so how can anybody take you seriously? Like,
Right. And that's a problem I always had. Like, I be like, hey, when I'm serious about a lot of stuff. It's really two or three sides to me. You know what I mean? I
okay.
got a real
Okay.
serious side and I got a comical side. And then, I got a side where I'm real laid back too.
Right. Okay.
But
Okay. So let me ask you something. Let's say, you were serious about a lady, right?
right.
How would you turn on or turn off comedian Papa Black to serious to let her know that, nah, I'm serious about this. I'm for real. Like how do you turn that on and off where she can know the difference?
Well, I'm silly all the time. Most of the
Okay.
time. I say
Mm-hmm.
most of the time, but
Yep.
when I'm serious, you know that too. You know
Okay.
what I mean? Like I've never been a comedian that I felt like I had to be funny all the time.
Right.
Like
Right.
I really want that when I'm on stage.
Right.
Well, when I come off stage, that ain't, you know what I mean? I be chilling. I really do.
Right. So that lady needs to know that. She should know you to know when you're being serious, right?
Right. I mean, but I tell everybody exactly how I am.
Okay.
Like I tell them what I like, what I don't like, because I like to make sure we're on the same page.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I tell them, sometimes they don't believe me.
Right.
But like I say, well, you can't say I didn't tell you.
Right.
I can pretty much tell you the conversation we had when I told you.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you can't never say I didn't tell you. So, but I don't know. A lot of women I said I was mean, but I'm stern. I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm mean.
Okay. I mean it's not a bad thing. I think we all have a mean streak in us. You know what I mean? But if you never bring that mean streak out of me, you won't have to worry about seeing it, right?
Right.
So, that's just what it is. So do you think you would ever get to a point where you're open to marriage, or are you open to marriage right now?
Yeah, I'm open to it now. I really am. I'm really, but I'm taking my time. But I don't know, man. Like I think the lady I mess with now, I think we real cool. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But I don't know, man.
Well, see what I'm saying?
I'm saying it's really me. It's really me.
What?
You know what I mean? Like I know it's me. You know what I mean? Like we are I'm saying we are a good place right now.
Right, but what you saying?
I don't know.
You sound like y'all in a good place, but you still a little nervous or a little hesitant. And but what is it? And again, it goes back to everything negative you've heard about marriage.
It ain't really that. Like I feel like before I marry you, I gotta live with you. Like I gotta know your good habits, your bad habits. Yes, I got to.
Okay.
And because I know how people can be. Like people can turn off anything for a weekend or a week or something like that. But how you gonna be? How you really are? Or what's your bad habits? Because it's something. I feel like it's something about everybody that you date that gonna drive you crazy, and it's something about you that's gonna drive them crazy.
Okay.
So it's really about who you can tolerate and who you can't.
Yes, and what you're willing to tolerate, and what are deal breakers. But that doesn't have to occur with you living with somebody.
No, I got to.
Because I understand what you're saying, but let's say you living with her now. You love this lady so much, and you're living with her, and you're starting to see, she leave clothes on the floor, or what have you. You're gonna break up with her because she leave clothes on the floor? Like,
I'm not that anal.
Okay.
I'm just saying, like I'm like I've been by myself majority of my life. So I've always had my space to do whatever. When I don't feel like dealing with folks, I don't deal with them. When I need that peace and quiet, because like I'm a thinking man. You know what I mean? Like, so when I have to have that peace and quiet, I need that peace and quiet. Okay. And if you don't give it to me, I know I'm an asshole.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But I know this.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I'm like I said, I'm very honest about myself, and you know what I mean. Long as we can have a big enough spot, and I tell every woman I date, if we get a house, just get me downstairs. You can have the rest of the house.
Okay.
Because everything that I need gonna be downstairs.
Right.
When you getting on my nerve, you ain't got to worry about me out cheating. You ain't got to worry about me out driving crazy, having a bad accident. I'm going downstairs.
Okay.
So that's what I'm saying. My office gonna be downstairs. You know what I mean? I'm gonna do everything I need downstairs. My man cave, all that good stuff. And then, like I say, when I need that peace and quiet, so I can go think, I'm going downstairs.
I got you. So can she have children? Because you're talking about peace and quiet. So
I love kids.
So what you would say when you want your peace and quiet, you would tell the kids, y'all go outside somewhere or take it to
I'm gonna go downstairs in my room.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like you can have the rest of the house.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? I just need that little, even if it's one room downstairs. I just want that one room downstairs. So because I know how I am.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So but yeah, I love kids.
Okay. So this young lady who you're seeing, is she wifey material? If she's on, I don't want to get you in trouble. But
no. I mean, she cool. She good people.
Okay, so she's there are possibilities.
Yeah, I mean, no, I'm saying I think this might be the one. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So let me ask you this then. Do you think there is like a time frame that you should date someone before you like,
Oh no. I think right off.
You
You know
think
what I mean?
so?
Yeah. I know. I can talk to you 15 minutes and I can tell how long I'm gonna deal with you. Because see,
Okay.
I got a way of making people real comfortable real fast. And see, when you get comfortable, that's when you're gonna start talking. And that's
Yep.
what I tell women. I'm like,
Yep.
look, if you want to know what type man you get, instead
Yeah.
of you telling him your life story, let him tell you his.
Yep. Just listen.
And all you gotta do is listen.
That's
And
it.
he would tell on himself, I promise.
That's it. That's it. Yep, you are correct. You are. That's interesting. Oh, so I'm gonna be expecting some wedding bells or at least a proposal or an engagement or something soon.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean, but I'm quiet with mine. So I
that's
might
fine. That's
I'm the
fine.
type that
That's fine.
I'm the type I might be married 5 or 10 years, then tell everybody.
Okay. Okay.
You know
Okay.
what I mean? Because I'm real personal. You know what I
Yes.
mean? And like for me, majority of my life, I live my life in the limelight. You know what I mean? So the only thing that I can have to myself is my private life.
Right.
And I won't share that with nobody. Really.
Right.
Like my own family don't even know who I date.
Oh, you that private?
Yeah. My friends, they don't really know who I date. Because I haven't never been real serious about anybody.
Right. Okay.
You know what I mean? So and then once the few that I have gotten serious about, they done met them. But you know, next thing I know, shit, we done fell out. So that's what I'm saying. Like,
wow. Wait, so have you taken her to meet your so your family doesn't know this person at all?
They hear about
it. Have y'all been seeing each other?
About a good year.
What?
Yeah, I'm that serious.
I would feel some type of way.
But she understand. She understand how I am.
She telling you she understand. At some point, it's gonna get to a point where you listen. And I get it, how private you are about, not meeting the family. I completely get that. However, like when I remember when I started dating my husband, right? So he comes from like, I call his family the Huxtables, okay? Because that's exactly how they are. Like I'm totally not kidding. He grew up in like a Huxtable environment. His dad, military, mom, entrepreneur. All of his brothers and sisters, they're doing extremely well. So he had that standard set for him, right?
Right.
But then whereas me is completely different, grew up in the hood, lived a little bit, what I mean, experienced some things. So when we met, I said, I actually waited before I introduced him to my family because I knew that once I introduced him, this could either go right or it could go left, right?
Right. That's right.
But I didn't want to prepare him so much to where he knew what to expect. So I was like, listen, all I'm gonna tell you is they are nothing like me. Okay. However you want to take that, you can interpret it however, but that's just a disclaimer. And sure enough, when he met my family, he was like, oh wow. I mean, okay. I said, but again, it's not me. You've known me long enough to know it's not me. So, but it told a lot. It showed him a lot. It gave him a little history about where I came from. You know what I mean? How I've evolved into the person that I am. So I feel like, meeting your extended family or your family is a good thing. You know what I mean? He got to learn different things about me growing up. You know what I mean? So, and he got to know my mom. He got to know my brothers, my uncles. You know what I mean? So I think at some point, it is a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, we getting to that point, but like I say, like I like to make sure you're gonna be around for real. You know what I mean? Before I start introducing you to folks. Just like when my kids were growing up, my kids never really met anybody that I was dealing with. They probably met probably 2 ladies. You know what I mean? Because I'm like I say, I didn't want nobody. I didn't want them to be crazy about nobody. And then
and it didn't work.
But they messed up.
But a year.
Yeah.
A year.
Yeah.
That's long enough.
I'm saying, boo, we getting there, but I can't be rushed. I can't be rushed.
That's
you know
right.
what I mean? So
that's right.
we'll be all right.
Would you want more children?
Yeah.
Really?
I would love to have a son. Hell yeah. I would love
So
to have
you're
a
gonna
son.
be like a 70-year-old daddy, granddaddy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what's up.
Yeah.
Whatever works, whatever works.
Right.
Okay.
Like I don't want my immediate family to end with me. Like I have 2 daughters and 2 granddaughters.
Oh yes.
So
Yep.
I still and they don't even have my last name.
Oh wow. So
You know
yeah.
what I mean? So I would love to have a son, you know what I
Yes.
mean? And
Yep.
she wants to give me the son. But
Oh
like I told her, we got to be in a position because it's an age gap.
yeah. Yeah.
So I got to make sure that you can take care of my son. I'm setting you up so you can take care of my son if something happens.
Right.
Because
Right.
I'm not a fool to think I'm gonna be here forever.
Right.
But
Right.
you know what I mean. So that's what we're working on now. You know
Okay.
what I mean. And,
Does she have kids? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that's one box you can check off
Oh
because
yeah.
that way
Oh
you
yeah.
don't have to deal with a baby daddy drama with.
Right.
It's so crazy. Two things that you said that I wanted to touch on with the baby mama drama, baby daddy drama. That was one of the things was a deal breaker for me. That even though I had a daughter now, okay, and I know it's crazy, but even though I had a daughter, my requirement or one of them was that my boyfriend or the person I was dating, he couldn't have any kids because I felt like my baby daddy's drama was enough. I don't need to be dealing with baby mamas. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that would have been, had he had a child prior to that, would have been a complete deal breaker.
Right. I mean, I understand that because boy, people have all kind of issues, man, and it don't be about the kids. You know what I mean? It don't be nothing about the kids. You know what I mean? So
yep. That is true. That is true. And then it was something else I was gonna say, but I forgot. It'll come to me. It'll come to me. This is interesting. This is interesting. Oh my goodness.
Now let me ask you this.
Yes.
If starting over and you knew what you know about your man, could you propose to him?
So I'm not doing that. Whether we started from where we are or whatever.
I'm saying you already know he's a good man. You already know y'all got a bright future.
Yep.
I'm saying
no.
you
mean would I marry him over again?
No, I'm saying
propose to him.
Yeah.
I know. You mean the art of proposing, like getting down on my heck? No, I'm not doing that. The only time I'm getting on my knees is to give him head. No, I'm just playing. I'm
saying, but that's real talk. That's life. You know what I mean?
But no, I'm not proposing to my husband. I wouldn't.
Why you wouldn't?
There's no need.
It's
no need. That to me, if I'm gonna be no. if I'm gonna be honest and not knocking any women that propose to their
right.
what have you, but me personally, I really it makes the dude look like a punk. Okay, I'm just gonna tell you, because you mean to tell me it took your lady to muster up nerve to get on her knee and ask
you ain't got to get on no knee, but
or whatever the case may be, to ask for your hand in marriage? Absolutely not. I'm the catch. Let's be clear.
I mean, but I feel like I'm a catch too.
That's fine, but no, I'm not proposing to no man. I'm not doing it. Makes the one, to me, it makes the woman seem desperate.
No, it make me know that you really know what you're looking for, and you really step out the box.
You ain't what? Oh, okay. Well, who world thing we got going on. All the roles are reversed.
But I'm old school though. I've always felt like I deserve a proposal.
So you really want?
Yeah, I would love. Yes.
Propose to you.
Yes. That's how I know you all the way in now.
I'm really speechless because look, I have nothing to say. Like,
I mean, I don't have a problem proposing. I'm just saying, like, that would be my ultimate thing. Like, if I got a proposal, like, and then I hate to see men with the little band. Like, get him some diamonds too. You can get a nice man ring with some diamonds. No, I'm just saying, like we always get told what we got to do. So I feel like if you got a good man, he deserves some of that good shit too. Like, don't get them a regular band. Like, at least get them a nice band. Somebody just said, hell nah. And Mia, I see you talking about we got to peel back the onion to be able to understand those layers. But
exactly, Mia.
yeah.
Wow, that is so what a different perspective. Like, I mean, that's some forward thinking, okay? Because
No, that's not really forward, Shawty.
but it's not a bad thing.
Well, I'm unique. I'm unique.
You are, and I
Yeah.
never would have expected you to even feel like that because you're such a manly man.
Of
so
course.
to have a girl to like, baby, I want to marry you. Like, what?
No, her voice can't be that deep though. You gotta be sexy. You gotta.
I mean, I'm just saying,
No, I'm
like,
just
dude, you know, we've been together for all this time, and boy, you just make me shiver. Like, nah.
Nah, but I'll be cool proposing. You know what I mean. I'll be cool
Wait.
proposing.
So, are you expecting your lady friend to propose to you?
Nah, because I know most women ain't going for it.
Yes, like
you know
this
what I
is
mean?
something. This is a dream of theirs. Like,
And that's a dream of mine too.
Yeah. Look, how about y'all propose to each other at the same time? How about that? Both of y'all get on your knees. How about that?
I mean, I do the proposing though. If I ever get married, I do the proposing.
Well, let me tell you, if you ever need somebody to marry you, I'm your girl. I'm an ordained minister,
Man,
so I
would love that.
Absolutely.
Because we're gonna clown as soon as it's over. Soon as the wedding over, we gonna turn up. I promise you.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna have me a change of clothes because soon as I say I do, hey man, let's go change clothes, pimp. Let's get to it. You know what I mean?
Let's get to it. That's right. So I did want to ask you. So why do you think you're nervous though? Like, cause it's you saying I don't know, but it's something people. You know, that's an emotion that you just don't feel for no reason. It's
no. I'm pretty much secure about this. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I'm pretty much
so
secure.
You're not nervous.
Nah, I'm not nervous.
So you're confident. You know this girl is the one.
Yeah.
If they blindfolded you right now and put 5 women across the room and you had to touch their arms to see which one was hers, you would be able to pick her out of that group blindfolded, is what you're telling me. That's
long as they ain't the same size, yeah.
Oh, okay, but you can feel all up.
No, I'm
you know what I'm saying?
No, I'm cool with this one, man.
Okay.
Like, you know what I mean? For the first time, I'm taking her serious for real.
Wow, that's saying a lot.
Yeah. And everybody always, like all my friends, they wives and girlfriends, they always wanted to, I can't wait to see who trap you and who make you settle down. And I'm like, shawty, you can get your 3 best friends, but you better bring me the first one. Because number 2 and 3 ain't gonna make it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So and then like I don't know, man. Like I don't play the radio, and then like a lot of stuff that I'm into, I have to make sure you into it. Like I'm into growing my own food. I'm into you know what I mean? I'm not into none of that materialistic shit. You know what I mean? So I don't had my days of spending money. I done messed up so much money. It's ridiculous. You know what I mean? So I'm not fascinated on a whole lot of stuff.
So you are really ready to settle down.
Yeah.
Wow, I love it. That was one of the things that attracted me to my husband, because we met like in the late 90s, and of course back then all the girls were looking for the guys with the nice car. They wanted to come up. They wanted to blah blah blah. But he was not that person whatsoever. Yes, he had a car, but it wasn't like he wasn't trying to just show it, be flashy. He wasn't about that. He was actually, when you say how you just chill, you know, you lay back, you go to your, that's exactly how my husband is. Like he is the most laid back person I know, which balances us out. We're both leaders, and it balances us both out, because even though me and him are kind of laid back people, I'm the one that's out there like just talking to people, people or whatever. And instead of him trying to, you know, you need to dial it down, you need to do that. He graciously steps back and like, it's your time, baby, do it. You know what? He is so supportive. And when you have that in a person, it makes all the difference in the world. You know what I mean? Because you're not
Right.
second guessing who you are, what you're doing, or if you're stepping on his toes or her toes or what have you. So that actually, that was one of the things that attracted me to him. Not to mention the fact that I asked God for specific things that I wanted, and I wrote them down and put them in a Bible and got them. But that's a whole nother story.
Okay. Like for me, I don't like the loud woman. Like I don't like no woman that got to be seen all the time, and because I really have a switch. Like I can cut mine on and off. You know what I mean? So I don't like the woman that got to be seen all the time and that got to dress half naked on Facebook and out. Like, come on, man. Like, no, shut up, cool.
Yep, that made me think about that song by Ludacris. I want a lady in the street, but a freak in the bed. Like, yes. Yeah, be classy when you out with me. You know, we represent each other. But behind closed doors, baby, let's get it. Let's whatever. You know what I'm saying? I completely agree with you. Completely agree with you. Because them loud ones, everybody know you. Everybody know your business. That means you talk too much. You know what I'm saying? You in too much mess.
Right.
You want to deal with that silliness.
And then when y'all break up, she tell you all your business. You know what I mean? I'll be like, player, come on.
Yeah. You got to go. Yeah. Yes.
And then like I've been a lot of people confidant for a long time. And this one young lady I talked to about her and her men, or you know what I mean, the guy she done dated. I've been telling her the truth. I'm talking about I've been 100% for 6 years straight. She still won't listen to me. She still gotta go out and get it from somebody else. She'd be like, Black, you know what you told me? You were right. I said, baby, I've been right for 6 years. When you gonna listen?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So a lot of people bring a lot of stuff on themselves. You know what I mean? And then like for me, like women call me, like my play sister, you know, I done had a gang of them. And they all call and talk to me about what they going through. And like for me, I'm here to tell you the truth.
Right.
You know what I mean? Not to hate on your man, just to have you prepared for what his next move might be.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So you'll know what to expect.
Yep. I think a lot of women stay in these wasted or wasteful relationships because they don't, well, the number one thing is low self-esteem. If we just gonna pull that layer all the way back, that's where it all stems from. Because a confident woman knows her worth, she knows her value, so she's not going to. And a man will only do what the woman allows him to do, and that goes both ways. You know what I'm saying? So you tell, every time you deal with his bull jive, okay, you're telling me you don't love yourself. You're telling me you don't feel like you're worthy, and you're also telling me you don't think it's somebody better. And guess what? If you think there's nobody better than the mess that you in, something's wrong, sis.
Yeah,
something's wrong. We weren't created to be in relationships, unhappy relationships, and to deal with bull jive. Back then, if we even go all the way back to slavery, women stuck by their men no matter what. You know what I mean? That's what they had to. It was a different era, different, you know what I mean? But now we don't have to do that. We don't have to do that. When they say what you bring to the table, I'm bringing the table. That's what I'm doing. I'm bringing the table. And if you ain't putting food on that table, I'm taking my table back.
That's right.
If you giving me half cooked food or you're not giving me your best, I'm taking my table back and I'm leaving. I'm not finna sit here and just be in this relationship and you doing your own thing, because that's not a relationship.
That's right. That's right. And see, I think something else that kind of ruined, well, I didn't say it ruined me, but it helped me, was that I think when I was 11 or 12 years old, my mama told me, boy, you better learn how to take care of yourself. Because if a woman get mad, the first two things she gonna take is the pussy and the food. I'm dead serious. And I don't know why this conversation stood with me. But I'm like, okay, and my mama telling me this, there's something to it. So I used to be the only, you can ask anybody, I used to be the only boy at Briarcliff in home ec in the cooking class. That's when I started cooking. Yeah, at 13. And look, it's so true. I used to have everybody in there laughing, and the teacher used to get mad, but I had her laughing too. And then when it's time to cook, everybody want to taste my food.
Exactly.
Then the little girl should be like, I sure hope my boyfriend learn how to cook like you. I'm like, baby, you better tell him because ain't no 13-year-old boy thinking like this.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it kind of mess women up with me because they can't get away with the same little shit that they used to get away with. You know what I mean? Like they come to my house, they be like, I know a woman stay here.
Yep.
Like, no, don't know woman stay here. You know what I mean? My mama told me to learn how to take care of myself. So I basically been doing it since I was 13.
Oh boy, you touching on a whole bunch of stuff. When you talk about because your mom taught you to take care of yourself, two things, the cooking, and one of the things that is like a pet peeve of mine, and you could tell a lot by a woman by how clean she keeps her home.
That's
so when you said that, I was
That's
like, absolutely, because a nasty home is a nasty cooch.
That's
How about that?
That's right.
I want no part of it. You understand what I'm saying? But that's real talk. If you can't even keep your home clean, how can I expect you to keep down there clean? You know what I mean?
That's right.
No, we're not. And that's so true.
Yeah. And I can't deal with a nasty woman.
Yes, that is
like one time I went over a girl's house. This was years ago. And I asked her for something to drink. And she told me to go in the refrigerator and get it.
See?
When I went in there, it was so much takeout in there. It had done molded.
See?
And in the freezer, ice cream and shit had done molded. So when I cleaned out the refrigerator, I put all that shit in the trash and threw that shit away. When I walked to my car, right after I went to the trash can.
Exactly.
And she was like, "You leaving?" I'm like, "Yeah, baby, I got to ride." You know what I mean? Like, Shawty, come on, man. You too lazy.
Yes.
I can't do nothing with that.
Yes. And you work too hard to maintain that roof over your head, not keep it clean. You ain't that busy. You're not.
Right.
You're not. I have 4 girls. I've been telling, and my son, all of them know this. We gotta clean. We're not doing that. I'm so strict on cleaning. They literally have to wipe down banisters, doorknobs, board, like serious.
Right.
And don't let them leave something on the table that should have been thrown away. I will walk right. If this water is on the table and they forgot to clean it, I'll walk by and say, "You forgot to clean that. Get that up." It's that serious for me. And then when you talk about cooking, so this is what, because you're like a Renaissance man, okay, with all this women proposing to you and whatnot. I don't know what that's about. What but what I wanted to ask you, so would you, when you get married, would you want the woman to start cooking, or are you gonna maintain that that role?
I'll maintain it. Okay. Because 9 times out of 10, your work day gonna be longer than mine.
Okay. Yeah.
So I don't want you to be tired because you gotta have time for me.
Right. So then that means you'll be the one keeping the house clean too.
Yeah, if I'm at the house, I got that.
Really? Yeah. Oh, sis got a winner. Okay.
Yeah.
She got a winner. She got a winner in you. Because let me tell you something. Most women, not most, a lot of women nowadays, they don't cook.
I know it.
They don't clean.
I know.
So for you to do both, what?
Right. And see, it's not anything for me because I clean up behind myself anyway.
You do it anyway.
So
wow.
It's
she got a good one. She got a good one. Like she might have to fight girls for you, okay, ladies, for you.
No,
quickly. I'm just playing, but
but everybody else think I'm the meanest thing in the world, and I let them think that. You know what I'm saying? I let them think that.
Yeah.
And like if you don't take the time to get to know me,
right?
Boy, I'll let you believe whatever you want to believe. I'm not trying to convince you or nothing. I'll let you believe it. And hey, man.
And that's crazy because you don't strike me as being mean. Nah. Any interaction that you and I have had, it's always been love, laughing, little big brother. You know what I'm saying? So I have not seen that mean side of you that other people are. Hey, but that's their problem, not yours. So
right. But like even when I tell the people that know me that people think I'm mean, they be like, "What?" I be like, "Hey, man, they say I'm the meanest thing in the world." Yeah. And then like the women I was messing with out of town, they'll be like, "I know you got some hoes in Atlanta." I said, "Shout out, everybody think I'm the meanest motherfucker in the world. You the only one get to know me like this,
right? You
know what I mean? Everybody don't get to know me like this."
Yep.
So
that's right. Wow. Okay. So this is interesting. I had a so what's your how are you approaching marriage? Are you as a matter of fact, let me ask you this question. So what have you heard about marriage? You know, like, because I know you know married people. You know people that go through things that are married. What are they telling you about marriage?
I mean, I can count on one hand how many happily married people I know.
Right.
You know what I mean? Most of them tell me not to do
it. Exactly.
But I talk to the ones that are happily married.
Exactly.
And I ask them, like, hey, what,
exactly.
You know what I mean? How y'all do it?
Yes.
First of all, you know what I mean? Because a lot of times both of them talk to me. You know what I mean? Like Varick, Chick, and all these boys that grew up with me. Like I'm close to all they women.
Right. Okay.
You know what I mean? So they like sometimes when they not understanding them, they'll talk to me.
Got it.
And I don't tell my boy what we talking about. You know what I mean? Because they got confidence in me too. You know what I mean? But they also know that I ain't trying to get your girl. You ain't got to worry about that. You know what I mean? So because they like brothers to me, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I remember when I had, you know, touched on this a little bit earlier, but when I was after dating, being on the dating scene and just getting tired of dating and ready to settle down, I remember, like I told you, I wrote everything I wanted down in the Bible, right? I wrote it down on a piece of paper. I put it in my Bible and I left it alone. I forgot about it or what have you. And one of those things was that I wanted a husband, wanted to find a husband. But then I know, like the God I serve, I know that you can't just be asking for general things. Like, let's see what a man, you know, he'll bless you with a man, but it may not be a man. You understand what I'm saying? So I said, okay, I knew when I came to God, I had to be specific. Like I couldn't just say I wanted a man. I had to be specific and detailed. So I had 5 requirements, and they so superficial. Okay, but I don't. It's okay.
Right.
I know me. You know what I mean?
You like what you like.
I like and what I want. You right?
That's right.
So one of the things was I said, okay, the man has to have nice skin. He got to have nice teeth. I'm all for a big nose, but just me. I like a smaller nose, but that's me. I told you it was superficial, and I said, and he had to have nice hands, and I ain't want them Bobby Brown fingers with the nubs. I can't. It's gonna gross me out, right?
Right.
And the last thing I said was he had to have nice feet. So when I started dating my husband, Black, I said,
"Let me see your feet."
I sure did. He took off the left shoe. I said, "You got 2 of them. Take off the right one. I need to see what I'm working with." Because he was at 4 to 5. So we got down to that 5th one with the shoes, and I was like, "Yes,
that's funny."
He got some nice, because I'm thinking like, I don't. If they were jacked up, I don't want them touching me at night. I don't, because it'll go out. Seriously, I told you it was superficial. I ain't care nothing about no money. I ain't care about no job. I said if we could get through the superficial, if he could meet those requirements, then I could work with everything else. And sure enough, boy, he checked off everything on my list. That's how I knew that he was the one. That's how I knew that.
Gotcha. Let me ask you this. In what particular order? Money, loyalty, honesty, respect, sex.
In what particular order? You said
loyalty, money, honesty, respect, and sex.
Honesty, respect, and loyalty go hand in hand. Because if you honest, if you respect me, to me it goes hand in hand. So money is really at the bottom of my list. I'm not driven by money at all. It's not. It doesn't impress me. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how I've always been. Now we can build. You know what I mean? Now I'm not saying you got to be homely. You can be homeless. No, you understand? you got to have something coming into this thing. I don't care if it's a job with 0 in your account. We can build from that, because I know I'm very resourceful. You know what I'm saying? So money would be the last thing, but respect, loyalty, honesty, that all goes hand in hand. Oh, and stay. Oh, whoa. Hold on.
That's funny.
I forgot about that one. That's up there with honesty and loyalty.
That's right.
Listen, yes.
That's
like
right.
we got when you think about being with somebody the rest of your life,
That's right.
the
That's
sex
right.
gotta be great.
It gotta be.
Because if not, you're gonna get bored. Then you're
Yep.
gonna start looking elsewhere. Then you're gonna start being agitated. Ain't nobody got time for that.
That's right.
So that
That's
sex
right.
got to be on. You got to be breaking backs and headboards and like for real. We listen, me and mine, we make up moves. Okay, we make up sex moves. That's how. And it's 20 years in this thing. Okay, we just did the pop the other day. Well, what's the pop? I ain't gonna tell you, but I'm just
no, you ain't gotta tell me.
But yes, I'm just saying, sex is important. It is.
Yeah, and a lot of people, I guess they got in it for the money.
Yep.
And then the money get old.
Yep.
Once you get used to it, it get old.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So what else y'all got? You
Yep.
know what I mean? So, and then a lot of people be so comfortable in that position, they'd rather be unhappy than go be with somebody that you really want to be with.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
My goodness, yes. I get, and there's no need for that. We're both grown. When you feel like it ain't working, say that. Be woman enough to say it. Be man enough to say it. I'd rather for you to be honest with me than to be seeing everybody else on the side. And oh boy, and when you're seeing everybody else on the side and you come back to me, don't you know? I know if you done been inside of somebody, because the stroke is gonna be different. You understand? You understand the stroke is different when you're with somebody and you used to somebody for 5, 6, 7 years or whatever the case may be. And you decide to step out on her, and then you come back and try to give it to her. She gonna know, because you ain't gonna stroke her the same way you do that other girl, because you're two different people. You understand? And see, you and me, if we've been in this thing for 20 years, we got history. We have a relationship. We know each other's movements. We know each other's, hot spots or what have you. You better not come after seen somebody else come back to me and try to kiss me on my ear. I don't like that crap. I can't stop. Come on, what you doing? What you been doing?
Right.
What you been doing? Like, for real. I'm just saying. So that's for the ladies. If that stroke changes, raise your eyebrow, because something is let's be clear.
Hey,
you be like, let's try something new.
You finna have everybody checking their man stroke game.
You better.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Did your kids approve of your significant other?
So here's the thing. When I met my husband, I already had a daughter, right? And it was she and I for so long. She had so much trouble adjusting and allowing him to come in, right? So that was like a growing curve for both of us. And but what helped, I think what helped is when we did get married or what have you, we included her in the wedding. So it wasn't like he just married me. He also presented her with something and said, we are a family, we are together. I'm here for you. And then I really got married. One of the reasons I got married is because I was tired of doing this stuff by myself. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then when I met my husband, and he like instantly just stepped up and ran with it. And it took some while, because as women, we're so independent, right? And then when we ask for what we want and we get what we want, we still so independent, where we don't let the man lead or allow him to lead. So when I got with my husband, to me, it was like, whew, I don't have to do all of this. So he started taking her to practice. He started helping her with her homework, because he's an educator. And from there, their relationship grew. She started asking him for things before she would come to me, because I'm the queen of help, okay. And of course he's like, well, and if I said no, my husband would come to me away from my daughter and be like, let's talk about it. Okay, why you say no? Okay, would it hurt to say yes? Would it, so he really taught me to. Boy, he taught me to do so many things differently, but I was doing them the way I was doing them because I was single parent. It was just me. I'm trying to, but when I got my helpmate, my soulmate, my whatever kind of mate you want to call him, it was a relief. It was a relief. It was a relief. And then we ended up having 4 more kids, because not only was the D so good, okay, they joke with all these babies. And I'm like, let's go 10 times. I wanted 10 kids.
Ooh, 10?
I wanted to, that's how good
Boy,
this man is loving me. I
man, I
wanted,
wouldn't want to be responsible for 10 people.
listen, that's how good it was. 10 kids. And so we had 4 girls. And we finally, when you were talking about having a son, I was like, we're gonna keep going till we have this boy. Keep going till
Got
we have
to.
this boy.
Got to.
And we finally had our son. And I was like, we can keep going now. I got 4 more in me. I got 5 more in me. And he was like, no,
Hell
I'm
nah.
good. I got my boy.
Yeah, shit. He
I
got it.
know.
He
I
gonna
know.
be working the rest of his damn life. You talking
It's
about 10
okay.
kids?
It's totally okay because I mean, he was so good to me though. That's what I'm
Right.
saying. Like it
Right.
made me want to just to do it. You know what I mean? Because
Right.
I had help.
Got you. Now let me ask you this: you like old school parenting or this new school shit?
Oh, so I call it the new old school. So I'm a little
Right.
bit of old school. I'm a lot of old school because I ain't playing no games. Okay,
Right. There you
like
go.
I want my kids to be afraid of me. Let's be clear, because
Right.
mama
That's
crazy.
right.
Okay,
That's right.
I have a daughter that's 29 years old right now, and she cannot drink in front of me. Now she's 29 in her own home, but to me, it's just a level of respect. You got to respect me all the time. Anytime I'm in your presence, I need for you to always understand what that role is. I don't care if you're grown with 30 kids, understand
Right.
what that role is. So I'm definitely old school. I am old school to a T, but I also believe in communication. So instead of me being quick to whoop my kids, which I don't have to do at all, and I have all teenagers, okay, except for my 29-year-old. But I don't have to. I don't have to whoop them because all I do is talk to them, and they know that
Right.
when mommy get that look in her face,
That's
it
right.
straighten up.
That's
Like,
how and that's how it used to be.
yes,
That's
and
how
that's
it used to be.
we so now we in this thing where you want to be your child's friend. They got
Right.
plenty of friends in
Right.
the street. I'm
Right.
supposed to be your mama. God
Right.
gave me this assignment to nurture and guide. I ain't got time to be kicking it with you as no friend. I
That's
don't want to
right.
be your friend because
That's
friends
right.
are on your same level, right?
Right. Right.
So you can't
Right.
treat mommy like we on the same level because
No, hell no.
we're not. We're not. But
Nah.
that's just me. That's just
I
me.
mean, and I'm the same way. Like I always told my daughters, I'm your daddy first, and I take my job real serious.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
My job is to make sure you don't mess your life up until you get 18.
Exactly.
Now, once you get 18
Mm.
and I done did my job,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really worried about what you do after that.
Yeah.
Because, like I tell people, if you put whatever moral standards and values you have in your child from 0 to 8, they're
Yep.
sponges.
Yes.
That shit don't never go nowhere.
It doesn't.
It
Yep.
don't go anywhere.
You're right. You're right. You're absolutely right. I even, you said when they 18 that, they can do whatever they want to. Listen, and see, this is how old school I am. Okay. I tell mine because I have one in college right now. Will she tell you she's grown? No, she will not. And you know why? Because I tell them, you're not grown until you're taking care of yourself without the help of your parents.
Right.
Then you grown.
Right. Right.
You understand? Because you ain't
Right.
asking me to pay your bills. You're not asking me to put no gas in your car. But until you are doing all of those things on your own, you're
Right.
not grown. I don't care what the government say. I don't care about that. They can't tell me how to run my home. And that's what it is. So they already know. Now, mommy says we're not grown until we're taking care of ourselves. And I look at them and say, where's the lie?
Right. And I mean, mine at the point where they handle their own stuff.
And they
You know what I
handle
mean?
their own stuff. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And mine will call me when they need me. But like I told them, I'm here if you need me, but I'm not the
Right.
type parent to harass my kids and
Right.
be all in man. Because my mama didn't do it to me.
Right.
My
Right.
mama stopped trying to tell me what to do when I was about 13.
Right.
Because she was like, boy, you just gonna do what you want to do anyway.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So
Yep.
ain't no need me worrying about you.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So
That's right.
and I give my kids the same freedom because I did my job from 0 to 18.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You know what I
Absolutely.
mean? So
that is true. That is true.
oh yeah.
That's true. That's true.
No,
So
let me
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
What do you think about these independent women?
I think it's hilarious.
Yeah.
You holler you don't need a man, but you keep one up under you though.
Yes.
And see, a lot of them get a lot of false sense of security because they've been like a lot of women come up on divorce.
Yes.
A lot of women come up on inheritance. That don't mean you're independent, baby. That don't mean you're independent.
That is right. That is
you know what I mean? Like, and I think the pandemic showed a lot of women then that, okay, now you can't call him. He can't come running over there now.
Yep.
Now, let me ask you this. And I asked a couple of women, I said, now, what survival skills do you have? I say, if something happened in their house and you can't call somebody to come help you, what survival skills do you have for you and your child?
Right.
And they were like,
right.
Okay, if the lights go off, the power go off, or something wrong, or you know what I mean?
The breaker. Right. The breaker. Yeah.
It can be something simple. You know what I mean? And a lot of them, I think they learned their lesson, but now I think since it done got back to close to being normal, that they straight wilding now.
Yep, they back on that. Oh my goodness. And it's so it's crazy because some women feel like that once you get married, you lose your independence, but that's not the case. I mean, because when you go into a marriage, you bringing so much more to the table. You know what I mean? And you got to understand your roles. And one of the things my husband and I did is when we were dating and we knew that we were on the road to marriage, we made a list of our expectations of each other. Right. And we have stuck to that list from this point all the way into 20 years. You understand? And we revisit that list as needed because, of course, the list you start out with 20 years ago is not going to be.
No, it got to be updated. Yeah.
So it's got to be updated. But that was one of the things that put our marriage off to a good start because we knew exactly what we were getting from each other. It was nothing, it was no guessing. And I'm the type, like I see a lot of people, well, he should know what I want. Well, he should know. Ain't nobody got time for nobody to try to be guessing what you want. Come out and tell me. If you want me to hug you this way, let me know. Don't tell me you should already know that. No, we ain't kids. If we in this thing, we in this thing, okay? Tell me what you need. Tell me how you want me to make you feel. Let me do that. Now, if at that time I don't fulfill those things, then we got to have another discussion. But when I know what I'm getting up front and I ain't sugarcoating, like to me, I just feel like we too grown for that. We just too grown for that. Just tell them what you need.
Jennifer says, did you want it to be 18 for you, Black? 18 is when the boy was kicked out. But as a parent now, I don't know if I kept. No, I'm saying I didn't let go at 18.
Right.
I'm just saying I let them be grown at 18 because I've done my job. You know what I mean? So I feel like with me doing my job, me being there as their father, they should know how to pretty much take care of themselves. And then, like I say, I don't worry about you while I'm here. It's what's gonna happen when something happens to me. Because what I found out when I think my mama passed away when I was 44, is that's the only real unconditional love that you have from your parents. So I have to make sure that mine can take care of themselves if something do happen because you don't know when something gonna happen. So like I say, they can call me anytime.
Right.
They know they can call me anytime, but I just let them live their life. They know, like I trust them that they know what's best for them. And if they need me, they'll call me. You know what I mean? So I just don't hound them. I don't be in and out their business. And I tell them, I don't really want to meet the dude until you see us about it.
Yes. Oh.
I don't want to meet every dude you talk to.
Yes.
And then you be tired of this dude in a week or two. And so you're wasting my time. So, and I know your guard is up when you don't really like it. Now, when you start really liking him, I know now you finna let your guard down. Now I need to pay attention.
Yep.
And I tell him, just let me know who he is. Because if something happens to you, I need to know the first motherfucker to look for.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I'm not finna ask no questions. I'm finna come looking for him.
Yep.
And I tell every dude that they talk to, pimp, I got one rule. Don't put your hands on them.
That's it.
They are mine. I don't put my hands on.
Right.
So the last thing I'm doing is let you put your hands on.
Yep.
Now I know both of my daughters. They got some jazzy mouths. Okay, if you can't talk to them and get them to calm down, call me.
Right.
I'll deal with them.
Right.
And I tell my daughter them, hey, if he asks for my number, you better give it to him.
Right.
Because once you put your hand on them,
right, it's over.
You can guarantee I'm coming.
It's over.
And I'm not talking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I gave you the disclosure before you dealt with them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You knew what you were getting. Exactly. Exactly.
Oh, yeah. And one time my daughter was like, Daddy, do I need to leave while you talk to him? I said, no, you need to be right here. Because see, I don't believe in the your daddy said this. No, you're gonna hear exactly what I tell him.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So and I haven't had any problems.
Yeah.
I haven't had any problems.
But that's a true testament to your parenting though.
Oh yeah.
That's it. Because like you said, you raise them. They know what when they 18 or whatever, you go off on their own. They know what your expectations are. Or you have created or set the foundation for them.
That's
so
right.
They already know, and they're always going to be reminded. Oh, Daddy said don't do that. Oh, Daddy did tell me to look out for it. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
That's what these 18 years are for. To guide,
that's right.
To talk to your kids, to tell them what to be aware of, what to look out for, how a man should treat you. Absolutely. Right. So you give them everything they need.
That's right. And a lot of people don't do it because parenting is so different now. Like I see a lot of parents, as long as their child ain't getting on their nerve, they let them do what the hell they want to do.
Yeah.
I mean, like, hey man, I ain't with that. Like my kids never seen me smoke until they got grown.
Right.
And I've been smoking all their goddamn life.
Right.
You know what I mean? But even when I used to go get them when they were small, I would take them over my mama's house, go get my weed, take my weed home, go back and get my kids. We spend time with my mama then, but for the rest of the weekend, they with me. I knew how to do everything for my kids except comb their hair. And that's because I didn't want to learn how to comb their hair.
Right.
But giving them baths and taking care of them, that was easy, man. Like they mine. I'm gonna do that. I don't care. You know what I mean? So
absolutely. You hit on a good point when you were talking about how nowadays we just do everything in front of our kids. Not me personally, but just we as people.
Yeah.
And because I have cousins like that, like y'all cannot be rolling blah 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 in front of these babies and then tell them, but don't do drugs. You know what I mean? Like, again, it goes back to establishing a level of respect. We're not on the same level. So with that, you should be respectful enough as a parent to take that to the side. Go in your car. Don't do it around your children. Don't do that. Like you're doing them a disservice. I'll even go as far as saying this, and you probably disagree with me on this one, but cursing. Oh my goodness.
Oh, I didn't play that.
Y'all cursing in front of these kids, like,
oh no.
And then when they go to school and cuss out the teacher, you want to get mad at them. No,
that's right.
Because the one thing my mother-in-law has always told me is that children don't learn from strangers, and that is so true. That's everything your children are doing, saying, acting, guess what? It's their environment. They have seen enough of it to mimic that behavior or imitate that behavior. You know what I mean?
Yep. And kids are paying attention when you think they're not. And people don't give kids the credit. Kids smart as hell.
Yes.
If you pay them some attention, they know who they can act a certain way with. Yep. They know who gonna baby them. They know who gonna stay hard on them. I'm talking about at an early age.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So kids are very smart, but people don't give kids credit.
They don't give them enough credit. And they're just smaller versions of adults. That's it.
Right.
That's it. They're just smaller versions of adults. But they think they do all of those things. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's true.
Now, before we go, we done been on here a good hour. We done gave them enough. And I would love to do this again.
Yes, indeed.
Like if we can do this once a week or whatever. I would love to do this because I think it's needed.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And that's why I asked for some women to like. I don't want to just spit what I think.
Right.
I like to have different opinions so everybody can have a voice. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I would love to do this again, but before we go, Give out your tags, and congratulations on all your business,
Thank
the
you.
books and everything, man. Let them know what you're doing, what you got coming.
Yes. So, beautiful people, my name is Dr. Keshius Williams. I am a life coach. So feel free to go to my website, KeshiusWilliams.com, KESHIUS Williams.com. Book a free consultation at no charge. If you want to get your life right. I particularly speak to women because I'm a woman, okay? And I believe in empowering women and helping bring out the greatness that's already in them, okay? I'm also a children's book writer as well. Well, I self-published my first self-help book called My Purpose Journey. Go ahead and get that. You can go to my website or you could just Google My Purpose Journey. I'm also a children's book writer. So I have a children's book called Who is Pepper Storm? Pepper Storm and the Gang. Big words for small kids. The parrotfish. Like I love to write and I self-publish. My tags are at Keshius Williams, at Dr. K, the life coach, and Keshius Williams coaching. Those are my tags. You can follow me on Instagram. What else I'm on? And Facebook. I'm not on Twitter, but you can follow me on Instagram, Facebook. Oh, and TikTok.
That's right. That's right. Well, Boo, it was a pleasure talking to you.
Yes, likewise.
And like I tell people, you were the first little sister I had at Tilson Elementary.
Yep.
Kim was my real sister, but you were my first little play sister at Tilson.
Yes.
So we go way back, and it's good to see you, good to talk to you. And likewise. Whenever you want to come back, if we can schedule something once a week or something, it's automatic.
You let me know. You just let me know when and where because I'm here for it all, okay? Right. I'm here for it all.
All right. Well, to the audience, I'd love to say thank y'all for sitting here listening to us. And like I said, we will do it again. And y'all know in my famous words, y'all be easy.
Absolutely.
All right, baby.
All right. Have a good one.
All right.